Yo, so I just blew a thing up, and a piece of shrapnel came out and hit me right in the wrist. And I took it out, but it was in there. But ooh, it was right in my wrist, and now it's bleeding. And I should probably go get like a band-aid or something. Yeah, it's really bleeding. I'm just gonna wipe it up with some toilet paper, then put some gauze on it. But I'll be fine. So I got a band-aid on it. And yeah. But the thing is, so what I was doing is I had a rimfire, and I was showing the difference between a rimfire and a centerfire. So I took a Phillips head screwdriver and get one just as a demonstration, and I put it right in the center and I hit it and nothing happened. A centerfire bolt would go off then. And then I took a flathead screwdriver and kind of put it on the side right there. I put it on, let me zoom in. Put it on the side, and then I hit that, and that went off because it's made so when it's hit on the rim, it fires instead of hitting the center. And you can tell that because the back is flat. There's no primer in the middle. There's a little engraving, I know, but there's no primer in the middle. If it were the primer, it'd be a centerfire. Now, you might be wondering how this happened, and it's a blank. It didn't shoot anything out, and that's true. But blanks are still dangerous. They're kind of like mini firecrackers, but instead of being in, like, look at that. Let's see if it focuses. Look at that right there. So that busted open, and I think, let me see if I put it, I kind of took it out, and I think I dropped it, but if I can find the shrapnel that came out, I would like to find that. But I don't know where it is. So, that busted open and sunk a piece of metal into my wrist, because it's like a firecracker, but instead of being in cardboard or paper, it's in metal. And that's dangerous because it's shrapnel. So blanks are still dangerous. They're not as dangerous, but they're still dangerous. Somebody played Russian roulette with a blank and a gun in a movie set. Drawing a blank on the name, but it's a famous movie, famous actor. And he was playing Russian roulette with a blank, and it went off, and it put an implant into his head, and he went into a coma, and they had to finish the movie with his brother, and he died a little while later. So, don't screw with this stuff unless you're willing to suffer the consequences. Now my parents are going to freak out. It's not even that deep of a cut. I mean, it's a relatively deep cut, but it's not too deep. But the thing is, it hit a vein, and that's why I was bleeding so much. See, if that hit me somewhere else, like, let's say, right there, it would be bleeding, just not as much, because I don't think there's a major vein right there, but those are right where that cut is, those are the veins that go to this hand. Let me zoom back out. So, yeah, if that gets cut, all the veins from this hand connecting to those, or a lot of them, you can actually see the veins. My hand, a lot of blood passes through that, and when that's cut, it bleeds a lot. That's why a lot of people bleed out when they're shot in the leg. So yeah, don't screw with stuff that you don't know what you're screwing with. Even if you know what you're screwing with, you could still mess up. Wear gloves, wear safety goggles. Imagine if that piece of thing went into my eye. Actually, that's happened before multiple times. I'm really glad I have glasses, because I think I might be blind right now if I didn't have glasses. No, that's an exaggeration, but still. Be careful. Don't be stupid. Just, yeah. Don't do stupid stuff for fun. Okay, I need to stop. Okay, so after that incident, I was thinking on some safety tests, test how safe it is. This time I have a glove on. So, I have a blank and a folded up BB target. And I'm going to see what happens when I hit the hammer. hit it with the hammer. Okay, so maybe that was about an inch away from it. Maybe. You get this casing out. Okay, so it busted out the side and the top. Now you might be saying, why does it bust out the side? I mean, the top is made to do that, but so if you look at it, the top is already, I kind of pried this open, but the top is already not fully closed. It's made to come out the top. Most of it does come out the top, but because it's not in a barrel, what the barrel does, it makes it so the gas can only go in one direction. When it's not in a barrel, it can go in all directions. So it goes in all directions. Most of it does go out the front. However, a lot of it still goes out in the areas around it, making the shell to explode. This is why barrels have to be made of metal, strong material. Look up videos of bullets and shotgun shells going off outside of the barrel. It's pretty neat. Also, that's why if you put a shotgun shell inside of a flare gun, which some of them fit, it's really dangerous because this flare gun isn't strong enough to hold the impact, and it explodes the barrel. So I'm going to come up with a few more of these tests, and I guess I'll record them. For this test, I wrapped the blank in just one of these, hold on, my headphone just fell out. One of these BB targets, and relatively thick paper. It's kind of like cardboard, but it's not the layered type. So for this, I'm going to test how it expands outward because I wrapped it. So my aim is not good with my left hand. Let me move some of this paper away. I think that's kind of softening the blow. So move some of the paper away so I think I have a clear shot onto it. So. Okay, so I'm running out of phone storage. I need to make this quick. So I made it a little more sturdy this time, so I'm just gonna go quick. Okay, louder. As you can see, the paper is almost completely gone. It was just totally blown off, so be careful with this stuff. Don't blow your fingers off, and have fun.